Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a lovely day. If you can hear me all right, let me know in chat. Yes, Danikov, for science. Indeed. Just sending a quick note to everyone on my socials and whatever that we've started. All right. Okay, you can hear me loud and clear. Thanks, Cedric. Okie dokie. Okay, guys. Let's get this on. It's been a while since we've done this Jool-5 live stream stuff. But in the meantime, some things have been developing. So since the last time that we did this, I had like really big problems getting this plane down to the surface, and hey, suddenly I'm here. So the thing is, I spared you like half an hour of pain, but I recorded everything. So let's watch that together and have a little bit of fun with this. Wrong button, wrong window. There we go. Do you remember this one? Yes. That's the video I released this week, Friday. Basically, it's just a rough cut of the shenanigans that happened when I tried to
again.
So but in the end, it worked out fine. A couple of attempts in the
again.
Adrian Smith, you want more pain? Are you sure about that?
Again.
If that's your thing, I'm not gonna judge. Can't hear my voice?
Again. Again.
Get that sound sorted out a little bit.
Again. Again.
Yes, in the event of water landing. Well, it wasn't really a water landing, it was more a water crashing. And yeah, this was this already the success? I think this was the success. Yeah, I reduced the video volume, so it should be better now. Yeah, it's better. Okay, thanks, guys. Yeah, it's a bit difficult to balance that, because for some reason I can't hear the video. Right, so yeah, that's how we... that's something that you might have seen if you watched my Friday's video. So this is how we landed the plane on Laythe. And then you might remember that diving bell we dunked into the ocean where we had problems getting into a splashdown state. Here it is again, and here is Chadster Kerman, real Chad. And well, Chadster has to do a lot of swimming, and this is new. You're not gonna remember this one because I swam 8 kilometers through Laythe's ocean. And in the interest of time, I sped that up 200 times. So yeah, I said about, I don't know, half an hour, 40 minutes just pressing the W key. And here we are, a few seconds later, thanks to the magic of editing. And of course, we grab a surface sample. And now Chadster does her, whatever. Chadster does a long march to the SST, waiting for him, it, her, and it should be over there somewhere. Yes, you can already see it there in the distance. And we encountered a problem. Because I had activated physical time warp, so I can move faster, but as soon as it was in physics range, I of course didn't see that, but as soon as it was in physics range, the landing gear exploded, because I think it started wobbling or something. So I had to march all of that again, without physical time warp, so it took even longer. But here we are, and the plane is now intact, so how do I get on board? Well, we just lower our nose and then we can get on board. Yeah, Chad has serious beach skills. Ken would be envious. Yeah, I really don't like the way that Kerbals jump in case P2. In case P1, if you pressed the jump button, they would jump straight up. And in case P2, if you press the jump button, they like hop forward a little bit. I really would like to control the directions of my hop. So yeah, that's something that they could improve, in my humble opinion. All right. So who's ready for trying to get that plane onto this, well, off the surface? We are now kind of in the middle of the day. What do you say, Chad? Shall we forward a little bit to a more beautiful sunrise to enjoy the visuals of the game? What do you think? Yes, let's do this. Okay. Fast forward a little bit. Plant the flag. Oh yes, you're absolutely right. I didn't do that yet. Let's do this in the wee hours of the morning. Sunrise and Laythe sounds like a holiday. Yeah, that's true. Oh, let's... Let's wait a little bit. There we go. Sun's coming up. There it is. Beautiful. Alright, let's do that flag planting thing. You're absolutely correct. We definitely should do that. So, where's our landing gear? And Chadster, come on, do the thing. Let's plant it well away from the plane so we don't disturb the flag while while getting off the surface. What graphics card do I have? Well, I do have a 3090, which I bought, believe it or not, at MSRP during the graphics card shortage. This was a few years ago. JFS. Oh, we can't type numbers, which is a shame. And we can't type more than these letters. Oh well, should be fine. Ta-da! And unfortunately we have our standard flag instead of our custom flag, which I actually set when activating this new game, but unfortunately KSP2 kind of erases custom flags for some reason for me. I don't know. I've seen videos by other players that have their custom flags. For me, they're like gone. Which is a shame, because I picked a really cute one. And yes. Right. There we go. We got our flag planted. Thanks, Megascrow. I found a little bit of a thing where I could put the camera on. So, glad you like it. Okay. We're in air breathing mode. We're already rolling. Hey, gravity is doing our work for us. And luckily, this terrain scatter is still not collidable. Otherwise, this would be a problem lifting off here. So, let's go! Yes, here comes the sun. And we have liftoff. Takeoff, actually. So trying to head up a little bit. We're going to have to stay in almost a 90-degree orientation, since our mothership is almost in an equatorial orbit. Look at that, gotta take a screenshot. That's really pretty. Nice. Okay, and now we really need to get things going. Oh, look at the stars coming out. They really did a good job on Laythe graphically, didn't they? I mean, all of that atmospheric scattering, because yes, the developer of Scatterer did that. Lackrack, who is now also known by his full name since he signed up for the dev team, which I forgot. I'm sorry. I think it was Gassen? I don't know. I think he's from Tunisia or something. Look at those cloud layers down there. This is very nice. Okay, and we're now in the hot parts of the atmosphere. Time to flatten out a little bit. We already got our aquaps at... Whoops. Okay. No more oxygen. A little bit more oxygen. Okay, we're at 26 kilometers above sea level. I guess we can switch to the no, what's it called? The closed cycle. 60 kilometers apoapsis. Gonna have to increase this still a little bit, because thanks to my bad flying, we're now a bit too low. Okay, the wings are heating up, but not as dangerous as it could be, so should be fine. Yes, beam me up, Mr. Scott. You can use caps lock, but unfortunately, unlike in KSP2, you don't have a visual indicator that caps lock is on. In KSP2, you had, like, instead of, I think, an orange color, the control scheme had some bluish color on it. But this is not the case in KSP2, so you don't really know whether or not you turned caps lock on unless you look on your keyboard. If your keyboard has a caps lock indicator. Wibbly wobbly Bernie, yeah, that's true. And when we do the time warp, we get some timey-wimey stuff as well. Okay, we are out of the atmosphere, which is great. But we we don't have an orbit. Come on. Is this the stupid landed bug? Yeah, location landed, Laythe Ocean. Come on, game. Don't be that way. Okay, is that autosave already with the flag planted? I certainly hope so. Yeah, we got a flag planted, and what's going on with my gear? Oh, great. Now we can't extend the landing gear. Nice. Okay, let's try this again. No Razorback, I would have been able to get it into orbit. That's not the problem. I don't need to cheat it into orbit. The problem is that the vehicle believes it is landed, and then I can't do any maneuver nodes or whatever. So cheating it into orbit wouldn't work, I believe. But if that would work, if this is like circumventing the bug, and you've tried that and can confirm that, please let me know. I thought this would not. And yeah, this save game is bugged because I can't extend or retract my landing gear. Landing gear screwed. I'm gonna save that and keep that for whatever. Okay, let's try to load up this one. Okay. Where is everything? Come on. Guys? There we go. Valentina got out and now everything is back. And when I board, yeah, I had that bug in the past. Come on! Oh well, good thing I have a clean save game where everything had worked. Unfortunately, I didn't quick save after the flag planting, so we have to do that again. What's this now? Is this the same stupid bug again? Oh, come on. Okay. Can we retract the landing gear? Yes, we can. So this is a good save game. Can we retract just this one and plant our flag? I guess so. Okay, let's do this again. Yes, again. You're absolutely right. Okay, let's plant that flag again. Laythe, Jool-5. I can't use numbers on the titles of flags, which is weird. I think I also can't use any special characters like dashes and colons and whatever. Explosions, yeah. I always hope that I can keep the explosions to minimum so that we can get on with the mission. But on the other hand, they're really entertaining, so... This curvature is really hard to walk on. I don't know, it's kind of... The Kerbal wants to slide off of it. Alright. Landing gear working. Let's do that time warp again. I'm trying to not miss the sunrise. Waiting for it to get brighter. Should be any second now. There we go. Alright. Okay, let's do this again. And yes, saving. Thank you for the reminder. And here we go. Ah, thanks for the info about slamming into it with a Kerbal. I need to remember that for next time. And we're taking off again. Okay, this time I don't want to be surprised by the engines going out because they're out of air, so I'm watching the rust numbers up here. Okay, heading out. Hands off the wheel. Actually, I don't have a wheel, I only have a mouse and keyboard. I'm really interested, guys, how do you control spacecraft or any vehicles in KSP or KSP2? Do you use joystick, mouse and keyboard, gamepad maybe, some contraption you built by yourself? Let me know in the comments. Interesting. I mean in the chat. Sorry, still not used to that live streams lingo. Trying to concentrate to get this up out of the atmosphere with minimum casualties, or hopefully none at all. This engine thrust is getting worse now, which is expected. The oxygen cutoff is really harsh here. You can see there I have like 100 kilonewtons and then I have 0. Interesting. Oh well. Let's switch to the rapiers. And did we leave the landed state? It still believes it's landed. Come on! I'm gonna try the bumping the Kerbal into it. Yep, we're gonna do that. WSD keyboard. Whoa! I didn't look. I looked at chat and didn't catch that we exploded. Oh, come on. Oops. Well, you know what it means. Again. All right. There we go. We have our stuff ready. Let's get this going again. What has been the best place for science so far in my experience? You mean for science in the sense of gathering science? Oh, come on. Again, sorry. Didn't concentrate. Okay. There we go. Check landing status after liftoff. Yep, that's what I want to do. It says landed right here. And now... Come on! Why can't I lift off? Am I too stupid to lift off a plane? Yeah, this is annoying. That I kind of have to reload the game twice. But when I had the parts manager open for the cockpit, there we go. I saw that it switched to, instead of landed, it switched to atmosphere. So the craft itself should be fine once we kind of get going, and one of the save games, yeah. Indeed, Razorback, thank God it has short loading times, and my camera kind of turned the wrong way. Oh, come on! I'm doing something wrong. You saw me lift off earlier. You know I can do it. Why can't I do it now? Trying to focus on too many things at once. Story of my life. Trying to read chat. I'm trying to look at that landed state, and I'm trying to fly. I think I should focus on flying now, so I'm gonna shut up for a while. See? Just shut up and drive. And we got our landed state removed. So unless I mess this up again on ascent, it should be fine. Once again, checking the thrust status of the rapiers. Yeah, I had the SAS turned off because taking off from this bank, it kind of requires a little bit of pushing down and then lifting up, and SAS does not agree with that. Don't know why. Now it is on. Oh, Pat F, when you say press home, do you mean when that bug is that I can't see the vehicle but only the scenery, then I press home and it works again? Is that what you're trying to tell me? To aim at an apoapse of about 60 kilometers, and yeah, we're once again out of air. The cutoff between 4 rapiers working really fine until 4 rapiers working not at all on Laythe is really harsh. But we still have our methane and liquid oxygen on board, so we're gonna use that, of course. And yeah, 70 kilometers apoapse is a bit too high. Where are we? In the atmosphere, right? Okay, so we're gonna have a orbital trajectory. Pretty sure about that. Oh, that winglet is getting hot. But I think we'll manage. Ratchet and clank noises, yeah. Clonk, clonk. I do believe they have some ironing out to do with some of the sound effects. For instance, the engine out kind of sounds weird to me. But yeah, we'll see about that. Okay, we're above 50 kilometers and we have an orbit, and we want to set our target as the mothership. So let's get into a stable orbit first. We have 1,000 meters per second of delta V, so that's good. 51, how much is this? 50.6. I'm trying to aim in a similar height as the mothership, so I can then do a transfer better. Okay, how much time until we reach the maneuver node? Still a few seconds. So we have some spare time to open up the cargo bay and get those solar panels running. There we go. Looking good. And yes, I'm saving, don't you worry. Let's time warp a little bit. Just a 17-second burn. Basically, I only want to get into stable orbit first, and then we can do the rendezvous shenanigans. And here we go. Yeah, that's a bit too high, unfortunately. I overshot. But it's not too bad. Because we still have to do our... I really need to do a plane change because 2.6, an angle of 2.6 is a bit too much. But it won't cost us too much fuel to do that. And this is what we're doing right here. Okay. And maybe, just maybe, we can get a little bit inside of this thing here. Oh no, don't get below 50, please. That's better. Okay. This should be fine. Yes, I'm quick saving, don't worry. We got 15 minutes until the next maneuver node. This should be fine. No, humans are not canon in KSP2. I don't think there is any confirmed alien species aside from Kerbals. I mean, it's very much implied that there are like 3 more. We know the squid mouth people that on Minmus and some others unknown ones, but we are not sure yet. Ah yeah, and thermals are still kind of wonky because they believe that that winglet is still heating up. So how are we doing for science actually? How much science did we gather? Oh nice! We have 8,392 points of samples and we have 9,552 points of data. So that's about 17,944 if my math in my brain checks out. And we're not gonna grab even more. Oh, look at Jool over there. This is nice. I really need to figure out in which position and which time of year or whatever a lathe needs to be so I can land on it with Jool in the background. That would be great. Because that would make for even better visuals. Okay, let's fire our thrusters. Okay, what I'm going to do now is cancel the maneuver node and watch that indicator manually, and we are on 0. The angle is now 0, which is great. But now we need to do that, the usual stuff of transferring to another vehicle, which can be a bit tedious. Oh, are we in luck? Yes, we are. Look at that. We can get into a distance of, well, 140 meters of our mothership on the next orbit. And we only have 37 meters per second of relative speed. This is great. And this is time to save. Yes, it's half a liter of water, because I really don't like beer. Shocking, I know. I don't know, a few years ago, sometimes after I turned 30 and realized that drinking sugary beverages like iced tea and Fanta and Sprite and whatever made me more fat than I was. Because up until 30 I could eat and drink whatever I wanted and I wouldn't gain weight. But when I reached 30, things changed. And since then I kind of switched to water, and it's my standard beverage now. Except when I'm out with friends on a night to the club or whatever. Which has been a while since I've done that, if we're being perfectly honest. Okay, I really don't want to mess it up. We only need to do 11 meters per second of delta V. So this is gonna be a very fine-tuned maneuver. And therefore I'm gonna use the mouse to nudge it just a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And 30, 32. Six, 5, 3, 2, 1, and but we can use our RCS to fine-tune it, and we're below 140 meters, which is nice. Problem is we're gonna have to dock on the dark side of Laythe. Not gonna like that, to be honest, but yeah, we have to do that. Have a quick save before the docking. I have quick saved now. Life is life, yeah. There was this song in the 80s, Life is Life. No. Anyone know that? Actually by an Austrian band. I think they're called Opus. I believe they were called Opus. Okay, let's time warp over here. And once again, the beauty of Laythe. I'm really enjoying this. And once we get that done and are in the dark side, unfortunately, we need to set this to our target and onto retrograde. Yep, we're only 4.6 kilometers away, which would already be great. Cedric, thanks for clarifying the question. I mean, I think Matt Lown did a really successful ELO mission where he grabbed like, I don't know, 8,000 points of science with just one mission. I mean, of course, the Jool-5 mission gets you a lot of science, because as you just saw, I had like 17,000 points of science already, and we're just past Laythe. We haven't been to Val, Bob, or Paul yet. But yeah, personally, I really love Jool and the Jool moons, which is kind of why I always try to do a Jool-5 when a new version of KSP2 comes out, because I really like going there. And on the other hand, they did really great work on Duna and Dres in KSP2, so I think sometime in the future we can do a mission to Dres and find out more about the rings there, and maybe some other discoverables or whatever they have put there. Pretty sure they put something on Dres near the canyon. I haven't looked there yet, but I'm gonna try to go there. You can get more science from biome hopping, that's certain. I'm not sure about the discoverables. I think they give you more science, but I'm not 100% certain. I mean, they are a specific place to grab science from, so they count they count differently than their surrounding area. But I'm not sure if they give more science points than, like, for instance, that Cappy rock I showed you in a previous video. I have to watch the footage again to check whether or not the Cappy Rock gives more science than, for instance, the desert around it for the same experiment. Okay, I need to concentrate on this again so I don't crash into my mothership. But 140 meters is quite okay as distances go. And we have like 35, 25, 10. All right. I think it makes sense that you get more science from things that are further away, because, I mean, it should be more difficult, right? Okay, I'm trying to really cancel out our velocity here. But what I also need to do is stop the rotation on this thing. Stop rotating. There you go. Okay, what else do I have to do here? I'm going to have to rotate it a little bit. I just said I have to stop the rotation. Now I said I have to rotate it. No, it was like tumbling, but I want to rotate it this way. I hope that makes sense. Because what I want to do is I want to have this docking port that I'm highlighting now face directly towards my SSTO so that I can dock it properly. Steam FPS. I don't have Steam FPS. I'm not sure how I turn on Steam FPS to be honest. I can turn on in-game FPS, and yes, we want the docking port as our target. And now we need to cancel out our velocity, because for some reason we now have like 5 meters per second, which is a bit too much. Oh! Sorry, got something stuck in my throat there. Yeah, Steven, you're right. Minmus is a lot easier to land on than the Mun. So in that sense, why do you get more science from Minmus than from Mun? Yeah, good question actually. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the outer engines because they're gonna be way too powerful, and only use the inner ones, and those at reduced thrust. Let's use like 25. 25 should be good. Yeah, that's a lot. What the hell happened here? Did you see that? I had like 5 meters per second of delta V set to retrograde, and then it just did a tiny bit of thrust, and then it immediately switched to 5 meters per second in the other direction. Watch the target velocity indicator over there. So 5.3, 5, 6, 5. And we switched in the other direction. Why do you do this, game? Okay, what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to... And now we're at 1 meter per second. Okay, this is weird. Whoops, no, stop this. Yes, we're heading toward our docking port. There we go. This should be fine. Bit further, yeah. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I have to activate my docking port, which is here. And we're going to have to control the vehicle from there. And with this, we are going to have more control over how to dock, because I really want to align the plane again on the nose of that thing. And we're not going to need those engines anymore. You see in the background the sun is about to come up because we've messed around with with the docking stuff for so long. Right. Okay, a lot going on in chat. Unfortunately, I can't really look at it right now because I want to focus on aligning this correctly, because this can be a bit tricky. Oh, this is nice. This is really nice. Oh, but I'm too fast. I'm too fast. I'm too fast and I'm gonna crash into my own ship. I was so infatuated by the by the beauty of Laythe that I bonked into my own mothership. Okay. That's not good. I'm going to control this from here because I really I'm really bad at orienting myself from the docking port. Nope, wrong SAS type, come on. Okay, we need to do this differently. Yeah, this could take a while, so if you want to talk about some specific things, I don't know, bring up a topic and chat away, because yeah, this is me trying to get a grip on things. And as you can see, I'm not completely successful with it. Yeah, that's the problem with having docking ports in a lateral area, so to speak. And not directly in the nose. If you have docking port in the nose and the other ship has the docking port in the nose, it's sort of easy, because you can just align them to each other, and then of course they will meet up someday. And my problem that I have is, yeah, the three-dimensionality of it all. Because when I look at this thing, I can guesstimate, okay, it moves up and down, and moves this way and that way, but then I don't see this angle here, right? Do I know Fallout? Do you mean the original, the Fallout 1, or just the the game series in general? I think I have played Fallout 3 for a little bit. but it's been a while. It's been quite a while since I spent any time with the Fallout franchise. And I think I've played Fallout 1, like the really first one, when it was like isometric perspective and like an old school RPG like Ultima. You guys know Ultima? That was a long time ago. Early 90s or late 90s or something. I think early 90s actually. The most annoying thing I faced in Case P. That was when I tried to do that get 8 Kerbals to Eve mission, and I couldn't launch my really humongous vehicle because as soon as I pressed on launch, it would fail immediately, and I didn't know why. It says like some part with some part number failed, like S3 14,000 whatever failed. Yeah, but I have like 100 of those, so which of them was it? You know, which one do I have to fine tune? Which one do I have to put more struts on it or do whatever? Because the game really, if you build wrong, or if what you build fails, the game doesn't really give you a good indication as of why. And that's really something I hope that they consider in a future improvement to how it all works. Your i7 860 won't run this. How old is that thing? 860? Was there even a generation with just 3 digits? You sure about that? Or was it an 8600? 860. That sounds old. I have to admit, I'm really not that familiar with CPU generations. Oh, but we're getting close to the docking port and it looks quite good. There we go. Okay, and I bet when I changed the view over here, yeah, exactly. Now my this angle is off, or this orientation is off. Told you I'm not good at this 3-dimensional stuff. I mean, I kinda am, but I'm kinda not. Yeah. Space is weird. Oh, come on. A little bit further. That sounded like docking. We have Valentina and Chatster and Edhead, Tomford, Murney, and Kerman. Kerman reappeared. If you remember, I think in my first live stream, he suddenly was gone. But now he's back. So yeah, good things happening. Right. Okay. So let's do some more stuff. We got everything on board. I think the orientation is okay. Yeah, we're somewhat aligned. I mean, it's not super perfect, but it should work out okay. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the rapiers up here in a future stage because, hey, once we return to Kerbin, we have to get that sign somewhere to the surface, don't we? And what we also want to do is we manage our Kerbals. So Valentina and Chatster can relax a little bit early, because Chatster had quite a swim behind him or her. Right, and Valentina can relax in the crew cabin as well. Alrighty then. What we need to do now is, of course, save this. Right, once we've saved that, what I want to do is, we're now called combined whatever, right? Yeah. I really don't like that, but yeah, what can you do? Okay, let's set our target to Val. And to get to Val, we of course need to get out of here somewhere. What happens when we do it right now with this orbit? Oh wow, that's a bit too far. Right, now is the usual song and dance about trying to get a good encounter. But we're kind of not in the right spot at the moment. Tell you what, in this case, I'm gonna switch to the tracking station and rename our vehicle. Where are we? There we are. Gonna rename this to what it was called originally, the JFS 5000. JFS meaning Joule for Science. I actually record my missions while I do them, because you never know when fun stuff happens. So I tend to record everything when I think I'm ready to launch something, and then I just see what happens, and then I cut it all together. Right. Okay, we are now on our way to Laythe sometime soon. Not Laythe. We're already at Laythe. We want to go to Val, and maybe we can check something out. Right. I need to switch to another. Look up that transfer window. The transfer window planner somewhere. Maybe we can switch the scene. Yep, there's our transfer window planner, and we're starting from Laythe. We're like, what's our initial orbit? Let's say 52, and we departure at year 4, 272. Let's say 273, and we want to go to Val, and I don't want a 60-kilometer orbit, I want a 30-kilometer orbit. Let's see, when do we have to leave? In 3 days. Okay, so we have to so to have a really efficient transfer of only 900 meters per second, we need to do this in about 2 days, 3 days. So day 275, we are now at day 272. Okay, let's do this in the tracking station as well, because it's a lot faster. Yes, Mateos Platon, I already landed on Tidal. That was actually, I think, the first live stream we did. Yeah, this is the third live stream in the Jool-5 mission series, and on my first live stream we did the Tidal landing, which ended really hilariously. So spin this up a little bit. 3, 4, and almost Come on. 275. Okay, let's get back to our vehicle. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. I know you're happy, little Kerbal. They always sound so happy when you load up a vehicle. No idea what they're saying, but it sounds fun. Oh, yes, I forgot to switch the scene. We're back in business. Sorry. Sorry. Now it's a lot better. I messed up the stream when I added the when I switched to the browser window, because I have a scene for recording browser stuff, but it's not really optimized for the stream setup, and this was kind of a spur of the moment thing to show it. Okay, where do we want to go? We want to go to Laythe. We already have it as target, and then let's get over here and fire it up. I think this should be fine. This is way too much. Yep, that's definitely too much. Okay. I want to have this a bit more efficiently. Okay, so why did you tell me that there is a transfer at day 27, 275? Nope, not Tidal again. We've already been there. We don't want to go there. Okay, yes, Pat F. The second stream was attempting to land on Laythe. We spent most of the time trying to trying to get that diving bell into a situation where it could actually grab some science on water, because that was actually the biggest problem during that stream. Okay, we get our Laythe encounter here. Val, of course. Why did I say Laythe? I always say Laythe because maybe I spent so much time on Laythe now trying to get all that science. Okay, let's do this over here. No, this direction. Come on. Yep. We want to go to Val. There we go. And apoapsis, it's periapsis at 17,000. This is fine for the time being, but we need to get to a completely different location. We need to get somewhere onto the near the North Pole. So what I'm going to do probably is to get in a much more inclined orbit. My favorite low gravity body probably is Minmus. No, actually I think it's Paul, because Paul is weird, but I get to it really rarely because it takes so much time to get there. And what lander am I going to use for Val? I'm going to use the rest of what was the Tidal lander, and I'm also going to use a second lander because Laythe has liquid. You can't see it here, but there's like a scar on near the North Pole of Laythe, and in that scar is some type of liquid, and I want to grab the splashed science from that. So that's why I'm going to use two landers, one with the diving bell and one with the Kerbal on it. So the idea is get the Kerbal, get them both to the scar thingy, and then get the Kerbal into the diving bell and put it into liquid and then swim back to the surface. So I hope this is going to work. Yeah, Val. Did I say Laythe again? Sorry if I did say Laythe again. I mixed the two up today all the time. You'll see the lander soon. I just need to do the maneuver now, right? Okay. And we have 78 people watching at the same time. Thanks for taking your time on a Saturday to watch me play Kerbal Space Program 2. Really appreciate it. Okay, there we can see the landers. We have this purple one, or pink one rather. This is going to be our diver, the dive lander. And then we have the green one, which is the leftover from Tidal. And those are going to both go to the surface of Val. Well, I also think I spent too much time on Laythe, or doing the Laythe stuff, but the problem is it took as long as it took. That's the thing with this game. You can't really predict how things are going to go all the time. I mean, you have a good indication, especially if you're familiar with orbital mechanics and whatnot, but you never know what's going to happen. Okay, a little bit further. 7, 6, 5, 4. It's too late. That's true. There we go. Blasting off into the sunset? Not really, because the sun is behind us. But the magnificent ship is on its way to its next destination. And that's going to be over there. Yep, let's focus over to it. Oh no, I have that. I have that bug again where when I do burn under time warp, it doesn't change my apoapsis. I had that on the first stream where I couldn't do burn under time warp, and it's the same now. When I accelerate, I saw that my apoapsis and periapsis were stuck, and the numbers wouldn't move. And yeah, now you have to bear with me and wait for, I don't know, a minute or something until the burn is done. So yeah, that's a bit annoying. And yeah, as I said, I had that bug in the first iteration of this stream series. Nelson Brown, that's a very good question. Should Val geysers behave like... should Val geysers trick atmospheric science? I think not, because for an atmosphere, to count as atmosphere, it should like cover the entire body. So I would kind of count it more like a surface sample, or like liquid sample in this case. Yeah. I don't know why that bug happens, because funny thing was, after I did that live stream, I retried it and everything worked fine. So yeah, it's kind of probably goes away once I exit the game or something. And we still got our encounter despite that problem we just had. And Oh, that's too close. Oh, damn it. Yeah. Maybe with a bit of help from our RCS from the from the landers. I'm using the landers RCS now to push myself back. And since we're so far away, even minuscule changes in thrust are going to help. So how close are we? 13,000. Well, that's a bit close. 20 is okay. I'm fine with 20. Let's save. Let's save, and then we leave Laythe. Yeah, that was a bad pun. Let's get out of here. Okay, where is our target? Over there. So I'm coming in from high above. So I'm going to enter it here. So let's time warp until this point. I'm going to create a maneuver node for that, so I don't miss it. And then we just let things play out. An in-space aerogel capture instrument like NASA Stardust. I have to admit I'm not familiar with NASA Stardust. I have to look that one up. Aerogel capture. That sounds interesting. Okay, let's cancel that maneuver node because we really don't need that. Time warp over there. And we're soon going to enter Val's sphere of influence, and then of course we have to do some more science. Which is now. Okay, yes, we are at Val, and we have some science going on. This is now our orbital science instrument that's working, and one of the radiation servers is also running. High orbit Val, running for 5 minutes. Okay, that should give us enough time to set up our capture burn. Ah, you can see it now. Up here. No, that's not it. It's still in the shadow. It's in the shadows. I can see it in the shadows over here. That's where we need to go. This is our destination. But first we need to get captured here. So how much do we have to need? Ooh, wow. It's a bit much. Okay. Gonna need 450 meters per second of delta V. And I'm going to adjust the maneuver node so that the periapse stays where it is, which is nice. Did Kerbal Space Program 2 offer this option as well? That did, yeah, it should, probably should have. Okay, wow, we already have almost 18,500 data points. This is great, but it's going to be even greater because we're going to collect from Val, and then we're going to collect from Paul, and then we're going to collect from Bob. Other way around. First Bob, then Paul. And then we're going to go home. Hopefully. Aerogel catches the particles. Okay, I really need to read up on that once I have the time. Right, so let's move into the correct positioning so we can do the burning. What I'm a bit afraid of is getting the landers in the correct position, both, because they really need to be close to each other. Because I really don't want to do 8 kilometers of swimming and walking again. But for this to work, the dive bell lander has to do it without a Kerbal first, because I need to send the Kerbal down on the green lander that you can see in the cargo bay over there. This stuff here, because it's just a one-seater. So we have to get our scientists, pilots, whatever, down on that green thing, then switch to the pink thing that should have landed close to it, or maybe landed before it, we'll see. And then we have to dunk that into the ice ocean, what you want to call it. And once we've done that, we can get back home aboard our green lander. So that's the plan, at least. Let's see if that plan actually works out. Nikos, I think before you choke on liquid oxygen, your lungs are gonna burn, like a cold burn. The temperatures that liquid oxygen is at, if that gets into your body, your lungs are not gonna be happy about that, so please don't try it. Wait, are we in alignment? Yes, we are. So let's save this again. We are at Val, we're not yet in orbit, but we're close. So let's go there. I think I got a new experiment. Yes, I got new data because we got data from Val for... I really like that. I really like filtering down the science information in this window. Yes, we got our orbital survey sample. Nice. And now we are in low orbit. Yes, and we got the lowlands. So let's do more science. And for that, we're going to have to watch this and, yeah, that one as well. Because probably we're going to have a situation where we're going to switch biomes by just flying over them. And then they have to be restarted, which is a bit of a pain. But, yeah, it works. Yes, Robin, we're going to head to that water in the deep canyon. But I think there is some sort of exit somewhere where it's sort of a slope. We'll see. Okay, 10 seconds until we can start our burn. And unfortunately, I can't turn on burn under time warp because of that bug I mentioned earlier. I mean, what I could do, yeah, we just paused because we are now at the mountains. And once we're back in the lowlands, we can start off this surveys again. But first, we need to fire our engines. And the sun is setting over the horizon of Val. This is nice. And where are we? Are we already... Ah, we're above the lowlands again, so it's time to resume our observations. And yeah, as I mentioned before, usually I would activate the burn under time warp feature, so this would have been a lot quicker, but no such luck today, because once again I have that unfortunate bug. I also think my performance is a bit down. I might just restart the game just in case once we're in a safe orbit. And I'm pretty sure once I do that we have the burn on the time warp sorted out as well, because as I mentioned earlier, once I did that again, then it worked out fine again. So yeah, let's check our orbits. Yep, we're gonna get captured right now. Just a few more seconds, at least a few more seconds game time, a bit more seconds real time, because yeah, we're definitely below 30 FPS, definitely. And we are in a safe Val orbit. Okay, let me switch back to our instruments and see how far we've done. We're gone. Oh, it's retracted again because, hey, we are at the lowlands. Come on. Let me just finish that radiation survey. So and we're gonna move along. Just 3 more seconds, then we're done with that one. Okay, now we got the radiation science. That's great. And where is my mini lab? There's my mini lab. Gonna fast forward a bit. We'll probably end up in high orbit before that is finished. But then at least we just have 4 minutes to go. Looks like it's working this time. Just 2 more minutes for the mini lab to finish working. And look at my electricity counter on the top. This thing is really sucking power. So when you want to use this one and not the big lab where you need 2 Kerbals for it. Yeah, we're now in high orbit. That's what doesn't work. Okay. Right. So quick saving. I'm gonna quit the game and get back in, because I believe a lot of issues that we had right now will be solved by that. And yeah, don't leave. We're gonna be back in just a few seconds. Yeah, we're back. Hi guys, sorry. OBS has crashed. Oops. Yeah, I'm back. I had an OBS crash because I was recording at the same time as I was streaming, and when I shut down the game, OBS kind of didn't understand what was happening. Poof. Yeah. Right. Okay. I really want to try to get at least the Val stuff done today. Okay, and we're back at Val. So you guys were asking about FPS. No, don't reset the default. Let's show the FPS. 14, 16, 15, 14. Yeah, we have 15 FPS at the moment. I mean, it could be worse. Could be better. Okay, let's focus on Val. Our target is here, as I mentioned earlier. What I want to do is I want to get us in an even higher inclination than we already have. And for that, I'm going to change orbit over there. And 70k is way too much. Let's do like 30 or something. Is fine as well. Okay. How much graphics card memory does KSP2 use at 4K? I'm usually not playing at 4K. I'm playing at 1440p for multiple reasons. At the moment, KSP2 is using 3.7 gigabytes of normal memory. I'm not sure about VRAM. Let's check the GPU settings. I am right now using 10 gigabytes of my 24 gigabytes of VRAM and I'm running at full details at 1440p. And I'm also using the NVENC encoder of my graphics cards for the streaming stuff. Okay, but we wanted to do this plane change maneuver. Is this thing moving? Yes, it is. Okay, if that counter is correct, we have 8,315 meters per second of delta V left in our humongous nitrogen tanks. Nitrogen, what am I talking about? Hydrogen, of course. In our humongous hydrogen tank. Thanks? Yeah, thanks for the tanks. Yeah. I think I'm getting ready for bed as well. My brain's already frizzed up. It was a week, let me tell you. It was quite a week. There's a lot going on at my day job at the moment, and this week was especially interesting. Let's put it that way. Ah, yes, we have some beautiful planet shine going on. I think if we turn around, we should see Jool somewhere. Yes, do you see that? The vehicle is completely dark on this side, and when I switch to the other side, we have that green glow going on. So that's really great that Jool is reflecting so much light and illuminating the spaceship a little bit. They really did the work, didn't they, for a lot of stuff. Yes, Tiki Tuki, you're absolutely right. The FPS is a lot better than it was at launch. Like, you can't really compare it. Okay, I'm just waiting for my orientation to be onto the maneuver node. And then we can continue with the stuff. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna switch off the FPS counter now because it's kind of annoys me because it's always flashing the numbers. Okay, let's move to our maneuver node. Part ineffective, lack of stellar exposure. Well, now we got enough stellar exposure. Let's see if we can get that burn under time warp sorted out now. But I don't think we have to be honest. 3, 2, 1, and go. There we go. What the heck is this? Ah, okay. Yeah, it does this weird thing. I noticed that also in KSP1, where orbits would change. I mean, I think that it's physically correct, probably, that it does it this way, but it really it really makes me go like, whoa, what happened here? Okay, now we need to get closer. I really need to get close here because for the landers to really hit their target, I have to be in a close orbit. So let's get down to that. And fortunately, Val does not have a lot of mass and therefore does not create a lot of gravity. So we should be fine with doing it like this. $30 by 25. Yeah, so we can get it a bit down. Oh, that's finicky. Really, wish there was some fine tuning, and I'm already hitting that increase DPI button on my mouse. I have like some Logitech gaming mouse, and there's a button on it that kind of boosts the DPI. I'm really trying to get that sorted out. But yeah, this is very finicky trying to move the maneuver node around here. But we're going to end up in a pretty nice orbit around Val, and then we're going to just have to wait for the scar to be in the correct position for us to land on it. Thanks for watching, Bruce. Have a good night. Okay, we need to wait until we're once again. I really want physical time warp outside of the atmosphere. Oh, by the way, do you see this gap? I have no idea how that happened, but suddenly it was there. There's a gap between these cargo bays. It kind of appeared. Right, so we need to wait a little bit until we get to the maneuver node. Where's Val? There's Val. Hi, Val. And I don't mean Valentina. I mean the moon below us. So we grabbed all the signs we can get from high orbit. Yes, German and Austrian German and German German have their distinct characteristics. I mean, we understand each other. It's not like we have to learn a different language, but there's some things Germans say differently, grammar-wise and also vocabulary-wise than Austrians do. And there's some there have been some instances where German has asked me, what are you saying? And sometimes where I was like, why do you use that word in this context? Because there's like there's like two words you could use for walking. Like there's gehen und laufen. And laufen in Austrian we use for running. But the Germans, especially like in the area around Berlin I experienced, they use that same word that we use for running. When they say it, they mean like walking, what we use the other word for. So things like that make it sometimes interesting communicating with our northern friends. Right, okay, we are now in the correct orientation. And what I want to do is I want to time warp until I'm about here. Because then I think I'm going to be hopefully in a low orbit. Nope, still in a high orbit. Why do I want to get in the low orbit? Because I want to start my science collection for the, what's it called? For the orbital survey again. Fast-paced city life, yeah. Kinda. Nope, not highlands. I want the lowlands. Auto run on. Yeah, that's true. Auto run on, that reminds me, that was like a setting in Quake or something. Back in the day when we played Quake like forever, we used to have console commands to tune the game to our liking. And you could also have like, back then, maybe the younger people in the audience don't know that yet, but back then we had like CD-ROMs in our computers, like this was standard equipment. And what we did was we would put CDs in there, and you could open the console in Quake and say play track whatever. For instance, if you didn't like the in-game music, you could put in your favorite, I don't know, AC/DC or Metallica CD or whatever, and you could open the console in Quake and like play CD and then a number, and then it would play the track on the CD you put in your CD-ROM directly from in-game. You didn't have to leave the game because it was all full screen back then. I'm still in the highlands. I don't want to be in the highlands. I want to be above the lowlands. Why am I not above the lowlands yet? Where's my science equipment? That's it. Huh. Did it cancel the orbital server around the lowlands? Because I had that running and it wasn't finished yet. But let's get into the close orbit first. Can I do the time warp now? Yes, now I can. See? Restarting the game worked wonders. And it also helps with when you have like performance issues, because when I did that Tidal landing on my first stream, I really had a rough performance, really rough, after redocking with the mothership. And once I quit the game after stream and reloaded, it was perfect. I mean, perfect. Perfect is an exaggeration, of course, but it was a lot better. Let's put it this way. Okay, now we need to wait a bit until we actually see what we're doing. Yeah, and I'm going to do that from the tracking station, of course, because, yeah. Yes, Nelson, I remember those days as well, where you had like the media for the game was like a mixture of data and audio, and you could skip. You could put it in your CD player and skip to the next track. I think my Quake CD was the same. It had audio tracks on it, So Quake back then came as CD-ROM, and yeah, I think the tracks on there were also able. You could also listen to them in your CD player or something like that. What I want to do is I want to get this car into focus. Ah, there we have it. There we have it, and we have like an entrance and an exit. So what I want to do, get out of there. What I want to do is I want to land really close to that. Okay, which one are we going to use first? I think I'm going to go with this lander here. Shall we do the pink one? Because we already used the green one for what's it called? Tidal. Okay, let's decouple that one. And here we go. We also want that antenna extended, because once we're out of range, I don't want to get out of communications range, of course. So yeah, this is maybe not the best design, if I'm being honest, because yeah, this might topple over. Should have thought about that earlier. Anyway. Okay, let's get somewhere over here. No fuel? What are you talking about? What do you mean, no fuel? You have fuel. Why do you say you don't have fuel? Ah, because it says 0 delta V. I had that bug a while back as well. Let me save that. Just in case. Where was it? Here, temp. How much delta V do we have here? 7,700. How much do we have here? 0. And I'm gonna bet with you once I restart the game again. No, I'm not reverting to the VAB because I can't actually. But what happens when I go to this space center and enter from the tracking station? Maybe that's going to help. We'll see. Ah, adding and removing a stage. Yeah, that might help as well. Let's see. Let's see what happens when I try to switch back from the tracking station. Let's call it the Val Diver. It's not a diving bell, it's a diving Val. Nope, that didn't work. Okay. Let's try. What happens when I quit in the main menu and then return? Stupid rocket doesn't know how to rocket. Yeah, you're right about that. Okay, let's load that up again. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't transfer fuel because all the tanks are full, so I can't transfer the fuel to anywhere. And now we have 2,000 meters per second of delta V. There we go. See, a quick fix. Still shouldn't be necessary, just saying. Now we can get down to business. Yeah, it's definitely going to be over here somewhere. Once we're closer. Okay. Let's try that. Yes, the engines are active. Look at the delta V numbers. They're switching around 170, 169, 170, 169. They can't decide how much fuel it has, which is unfortunate. Okay, let's get on. Let's get it on. Come on. Let's get this party going. Right. Almost ready to go. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Need to check here on the map where we're about to land. Yep. I'm not going to place the landing indicator, or crashing indicator rather, directly above where I want to go, because I want to have some buffer. So what we're going to try here is to cancel out our velocity completely. Yeah. I have way more delta V on the other lander, because I'm probably not going to need as much as I needed on what was its name? Tidal. Yeah, the time warp is broken, yeah. My logo is over the go. Oh, that's a YouTube thing. That's something I can't control, I'm afraid. I think. Maybe I can. I haven't changed anything in my my YouTube setup in ages. Okay. Let's get over there. And below us is the ice scar. And you can see there's a sort of slope over there. So I think you can get out. You can get out if you have like a jetpack or something. So, and I really want to set it down on the edge over here, because what I need to do is I can't put it into the liquid yet. Because then I cannot get the Kerbal on board, because Kerbals can't dive. So let's see how we go. Down there it looks like a good place to set down. Oh, look at that. Ah, yes. I deliberately chose that color for Laythe because I thought it would make for good contrast to that greenish landscape. And I believe I was right. Nice. We're pretty close to where I wanted this thing to go. Yeah, way too much power. Okay, I hope I can... Yeah, this should be flat enough for the lander to sort of survive. So my idea is that I land this thing here, then I land the green lander next to it. And once that is all done with, I get the Kerbal into the pink, you dunk it, and then we're gonna dunk it into the scar. We still have 1,000 meters per second of delta V left. It should be enough for us to work with. Right. No, I don't want sea level, I want ground level. There we go. Careful now. It's gonna be a delicate operation. Ah, SAS, I hate you. No, 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 no. Too much to look at the same time. Okay, we're wasting fuel. We're wasting fuel. Don't tip, don't tip. Don't tip. Don't you dare tip. Ah, that landing gear. Why are you so weak? But I guess we could call it stable. Fantastic landing. Thanks, Nikos. Yeah. This is serviceable. Okay, let's put a save game to that. So we can find it again. Okay, and now we have to get the lander there, well, the other lander. Switch to our big one. Nice Top Gun 2 reference, Nelson. Actually, I've watched a video today by Legal Eagle about how many laws were broken in Top Gun Maverick. And the GPS jamming and F-35 stuff came up there as well. Okay. We're now lowlands. So we can do that science, but I'm not going to do that now because it takes 6 minutes and we'll spin around too much. All right. Let's get our lander out of here. Oh, we have the solar panels deployed. I'm not sure why we have that, but yeah, we just do. And I'm gonna deploy those landings gear already. Do I have enough fuel? Of course not. I forgot to refuel. The lander is empty. Look. You know what that means. We have to do it again, but fortunately we have save games. Yeah, I kind of thought I had that refueled, but I guess I was wrong. Okay. Yes, again, my friends. Once more, we do it. All right. Now to fuel transferring. No, not monopropellant, but that's actually not a bad idea. Let's fill that up again. But what we have here is the docking ports, and the docking ports have monopropellant in them as well. Let's transfer this first. I could not remove the selected... What's going on? Do you see that? I'm multiplying tanks. It's a known bug? Okay. Well, that's stupid. Let's do a quick save and reload. Okay. That was weird. I haven't encountered that bug. I've encountered a lot of bugs, but I haven't encountered that one yet. So let's... I hope we have more luck with the method locks. Yes, we need the X20, and then we're going to use... I want to use the adapter ones. This one... This one... And that one. And then let's fill it up. Right. Okay. This should now be fine. Just land the big ship. Well, Thomas, I really want to save the Delta V and the big ship for the rest of the journey, because we still have some ways to go. There we go. All right. Let's move out again, this time with fuel on board. Ah! And now we have the bug where we can't extend our landing legs. You did see that the landing legs were extending the earlier time that I tried it, right? And now they won't. Okay, but we have a belly full of fuel, so let's try it again. Yeah, and now we can deploy our landing gear. These are exactly the things that I really want the developers to make better. Okay. So 2,836 meters per second of Delta V. So in this case, I want to go over here. I want to put my trajectory over there, and I don't want to crash. So let's do it similarly to what we did earlier. Yeah, this should be fine. Let's do a quick save just in case. And let's move to the maneuver node. All right. Goodbye, mothership. We're going to do another Valtastic landing. At least I hope it's going to be good. That was a nice transition from the ship to Jool itself. Oh, and there it is again. The dance of orbital dynamics, or orbital mechanics. Why do I always keep saying orbital dynamics when I mean orbital mechanics, but I don't know why I do that. So a little bit of adjustment. Yeah, should be fun. I really hope we don't. We have enough fuel left once we did all of that. I mean 300. Then we only have 2,500. I mean it should be enough, but I like to have my margins. Yes, we're definitely into the ShadowZone now. A lot of nighttime stuff going on. We've got a lot of nighttime stuff today. And still not there. Okay, the timer is definitely interesting. The timer is off, but the trajectory thingy was not really that much off. Okay, let's set it to retrograde and warp to here. Okay, there's the scar over there. I'm gonna call it the scar. Gonna set this as my target. Target velocity, huh? Yeah, we're a bit off, unfortunately. Setting it to surface. Why is it on sea level? I want this to be on ground level. Okay, 33 kilometers. Ah, we're way off. But let's get cracking. Okay, we have 3,000 meters above surface. And now we're stopping. Okay, 1,700 meters per second of delta V left. I mean, I could... Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a landing here. I'm going to save. And then I'm going to see how much I would have to spend to get these 20 kilometers over there. Because I'm kind of afraid if I do the... If I try to get close to the... what's it called? To the other lander, I don't have enough fuel in this thing here left to get back into orbit. I mean, it's roughly 800 meters per second, but I also have to do my... what's it called? My rendezvous with the mothership. So maybe I should just do the EVA. What do you guys think? Okay, first we do the science because we're landed. And this is going to take a while because we're going to have to run all of these experiments. Why do you do that? Time warping and then releasing time warp and then it, yeah, whatever. Okay, tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna save now. We're going to save now. We're going to get Ed out and get some science done. So run the surface survey at head. Come on. Well done. But we also want to have a flag somewhere. There we go. Jool-5. Well, I don't have any better thing to say at the moment. Thank you for your cooperation, and yes, your helmet still fits. Okay, we could either try to jetpack over there, or we could try to use the lander. The lander would be, of course, more comfortable, but I'm really kind of scared about my fuel margins. So, yeah, I'm gonna try to do a short hop. No, Alan, I don't know anything more about the colony update than I said in my video I released, I think, 2 weeks ago. So, yeah, we're all waiting for information about that. So, let's see. We're not walking, we're flying. 20 kilometers is quite far. You know what? I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it for entertainment. Because if it doesn't work out, then yeah, you guys have something to laugh about. Come on, get back in there. Right. Yes, I've saved Dan Cooper, don't you worry. I have saved everything. And I did a save, not just a quick save. Let's see what our trajectory does, because what I want to do is try to fly close to my other lander. Where are you going? Right. How much Delta V do you need to get from Duna back to Kerbal? If you can manage to air brake, there is a possibility to do it in, like, I think 1500 or something. Something like that. Okay. Now we're going to be really close to our other lander, but is it going to be enough to get back into orbit afterwards? That's the real question. Depends on how much, how fast we're going to descend here. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now and trying to focus and not crash. Really trying to do that suicide burn thing. Okay, I got way too much thrust to weight ratio. Well, too much. You can't really have too much in this case. No. Ah, SAS. I hate you sometimes. Usually you're great. Okay. 926 meters per second of delta V left. Well, that could be a problem, but let's see. Second, that happened to me as well. Trying to pan the camera on a YouTube video. Yeah. It happened to me. I think I'm not sure which video I was watching, but I was like, okay, I want to look on the other side, and I tried to right click pan the camera. Didn't work out, of course. Okay, let's get to our diving bell. No, it fell over. Ah, curse you, game. Okay, but I'm still going to try to do something with it. Yeah, see, I told you it might fall over. And it did. Okay, does it have enough power on the gyro? I don't know, let's see. Going to rock it. Yes! There we go. That's JAXA, if you're watching, that's how you get your Moonlander back up. Oh boy. So I think it wouldn't have worked if I hadn't done this rocking motion, because I already was able to tip it up a little bit, but not quite to get it over in an upright orientation. But it was enough to have it at an angle so that the engines could could rise up. See, these are the moments where I love this game. And of course Kerbal Space Program 1, because you could have similar similar situations like that. Excellent. Okay. So let's... Are we already above liquid? It's kind of hard to tell from here. It looks solid. Or did the game forget to load the liquid? Okay, trying to focus here a little bit. We are now trying to get it a little bit onto the left side from the viewing angle, not from the side of the ship, of course. Is this liquid? I hope it's the liquid. It looks like the liquid. Yes, this is the liquid. Okay. Now we're going to enter the crack, the scar, the slit. We're going to find moisture in Val's slit. But I still prefer the scar, because it looks like it's ripped open. The moist part. Is it still moist if it's like liquid ice? I don't know. Okay, 50 meters per second, that's a bit too much. Okay, we're definitely above some type of liquid. And yes, we can do science! Yes! Yes, look at that. We're extending our underwater sciencey things and doing all the science things. Yeah. Liquid ice is called water, mate. You might be right about that. I think you're onto something. Okay. Are we still doing our experiment? Nope, we finished it. Okay, we can also get out and grab a sample. Let's do that right here. Oh, no, I can't. Okay, I can't, because if I do that, then I'm no longer inside the vehicle, and I really want to be inside the vehicle, because I need to get back. Huh? Okay. That's not good. Okay, we lost our we lost our ability to fly. Did I just spend 300 meters per second of delta V? Did you guys see that? Because I believe I still had 300 meters per second of delta V in that ship. And suddenly it was gone, so I don't know. What's my trajectory? Where am I going to crash? Well, it's going to be close to the ship, the other one, which is kind of nice because I want to get there. But I also want to get that surface sample from swimming. But yeah, no such luck, I guess. I mean, I could walk. Where are we headed? Okay. How's my apoapse? From 11 kilometers. Can I survive this? This is going to be the question. Yeah, Nelson, I had the same thought, but I think they're not going to crash into each other. I mean, it's going down 5 kilometers, 5.8. Its trajectory. We can barely see the trajectory, so it's going to hit somewhere away from the lander, fortunately. That would have been something. Okay. We're straight falling, basically. We're now in a vertical descent. Are you enjoying yourself? Ah! I mean, I would probably scream as well if I fell to the ground at 120 meters per second. I'm afraid we're not going to survive this. Yeah, this is going to be rough. Uh, 6 kilometers to the lander. Only 500 meters to the floor. 130 meters meters per second our velocity, and we dead. That's not good. Yeah, I should have walked, you're right. But see, we have 263 meters per second of delta V, right? Do I have already the Laythe liquid stuff? Not Laythe. Why do I always keep saying Laythe? Splash down, liquid sample. Yeah, we got the marine data, we got the liquid samples splashed at Val. So don't need to run the surface. Wait a second. When I have my liquid samples, then I don't need to do the surface survey, do I? Or are these different samples? Yeah, let's do it another way. Okay. Wow, is that a reflection of Jool here? Look at that. It is. Jool is reflecting in the liquid pools of Val. I haven't noticed that yet. And I actually quite like it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do this a bit differently. 200 meters per second of delta V. And okay, I really only need a little bit. I really just want to move along here. Not going to do that crazy parabolic orbit I did before. Just trying to get a bit closer to our lander over there. Yeah, this is weird. You see the altitude indicators? I have like 2,600 meters above sea level and 7,000 meters above ground level. Both are wrong. Neither am I above ground, nor am I above sea, and nor am I at 2,000 meters above sea level. That's unfortunate. Okay, 50 meters per second. What I'm going to try to do here is... Oh, wow. Did I just skip? Did that thing just skip along the surface? Well's liquid oceans do have interesting properties. Okay, something exploded, I think. No. It doesn't stop my velocity. I'm not getting slower. Look, I'm dunking inside, but my surface velocity is not slowing down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now I don't have any fuel left to control. I really don't want to hit. Ah, damn it. Ah, that's too bad. Yeah, funny water. You can say that again, Nikos. So, lesson learned. This is not water. This is actually a very weird liquid that doesn't follow the laws of physics. Because I can just skip along it without any sort of repercussions or anything in regards to friction. Very interesting. Yeah. This is really weird. But hey, we learned that we can have like speedboat races in the Val Trench. Scar races or something. Not car races, scar races. And I'm all for it. This feels like skipping a stone across a lake or something. But hey, we're already mouse look on, mouse look off. Okay. Tabulator turns on mouse look apparently. So what I need to do here now is to just wait until I get close enough to the lander so that I can cancel out my velocity with my remaining fuel over there. Yeah, 6 meters per second is manageable. Stay on target. Yeah. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. So I'm using time warp to get this thing a little bit faster. Yeah, we're not slowing down, we're even speeding up. Okay, we saw explosions. What is exploding? Nothing! Oh, that's fun. Or funny, rather. there's an interesting thing. I can no longer use the throttle, which is weird. Any of you have experienced that before? Okay, you get out of there, Ed Head. While our lander does weird things over there. But while we're here, we can do our surface sample. Boom! Explosion. More explosions. But still nothing breaking. I mean, it's an endless stream of explosions. That's nice. Crew observation. Did I already do that? Probably not. 3, 2, 1. And done. And we have more explosions with our Val diver. And now we even hear the explosions. So Val, and we have some samples. Yes, we have surface samples from splashed. Okay, this is something that's confusing me always. You get surface samples from being splashed down, but you get liquid samples when you use the Udunkit marine experiment. That's why I was confused earlier, because I thought, okay, I already have the liquid samples, then I don't have to get out. But apparently I do. Wow, we already have more than 20,000 data points, science points. It's gonna be excellent. Maybe it's a film of liquid methane on top of a liquid oxygen, like, yeah. Could be, but still something has to ignite that, you know? It's not like hypergolic fuels. If you put liquid oxygen and liquid methane on top of each other, they don't combust immediately, you know? You have to provide a spark or something. Yeah, we put the pink into Val's scar. And now it's just chilling over there. And we're gonna leave it there because it doesn't have any fuel left. And now we're going to head back to our lander. This is gonna take a while. But first, we save. That's the Val walk. We had the Laythe walk, and now we have the Val walk. We're not gonna have that on Bob and Paul, I promise you. But those are both something that we're not going to do today, because it's already past midnight here. What I want to do is I want to get this Kerbal back to the lander. See, this is something I miss. In Kerbal Space Program, you could jump. Activate the EVA controls, what's it called, the maneuver controls, EVA controls, whatever, with R, pressing R on the keyboard, and then use the momentum of your jump to already propel yourself higher. So we're gonna do it like this now. We have an apoapse. Look, I'm doing an orbit just with my EVA stuff. I really hope I have enough propellant for this stunt. but it should be fine. I mean, this looks weird because it's like floating in the air, but yeah. Not gonna walk this. Okay, I'm probably going to overshoot that, unfortunately. Or maybe not. Yeah, I'm gonna overshoot it. But not by much. That wasn't so bad. That wasn't so bad at all. And now we're about to enter our lander. There we go. And we're aboard. Yes. Okay. Let's see if we can be able to, I don't know, get to into some sort of orbit with this thing. So what I'm going to do now, because they're going to be far away from each other, I'm going to rotate further. And I'm going to launch as much as I can into the plane of my target. Which is going to be difficult. Yes, I know. And of course it's dark, unfortunately, but I think we can manage. Right, so which direction should I use? Yeah. Wish me luck. Let's see if we can reach orbit. Oh no, other direction. Ah, no. Yes, no, I don't know. Is this the correct? Yeah, this is the correct direction. See, I should not have become an astronaut or something, otherwise I would have flipped the vehicles around mid-flight for no reason at all. Am I going the right direction? No, yes, maybe, I don't know. That's not something you want to hear when you're inside a spacecraft hurtling at thousands of meters per second through space. Yeah, that's not gonna work, I'm afraid. I mean, I have 240 meters per second left. Let's see what we can do. Maybe some sort of stable orbit can be reached. Oh, wow. Yes, 31K by 11K. What can I do here? I have 38 meters per second left. How far can I go? Woo! Talk about precision flying. Okay. We're gonna reach a stable orbit with this vehicle. Despite spending so much fuel on that hop from being far away further towards the scar. I'm actually quite happy about this. Mixed up at the gas station. My gas station is the mothership, you know? I really need to get into that. Okay, we don't need the landing gear anymore. But what we do need is... Yep, that maneuver right here. Wow, okay, we are now safe in orbit around the Val. But what we don't have is enough fuel to do anything about it. So what we need to do is to use our main ship to perform the rendezvous. Okay, and this is gonna take a while, because I need to figure out how to best go about this. First of all, I need to get our inclination right. Huh, wait a second. Can we actually reach it with a reasonable amount of delta V? I'm going to spend 300 meters per second of delta V if I do it like this. I'm thinking whether or not this is a good idea. Just watching the numbers, and now you guys are probably making fun of me right now. Yeah, that's way too much. We're gonna have to... I want to do a more efficient transfer than this. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're going to adjust our inclination. Yeah, that should be 0. And then we're gonna figure out how we want to proceed. Okay, SAS on. Let's orient ourselves towards the maneuver node. 7,500 meters per second of delta V left. That should be, in theory, enough to get to Bob, to get to Paul, and to get back to Kerbin. Only problem is, I'm not sure how much I can trust this number, because when we launched we had like 18,000 meters per second of delta V, but the tanks were full, and now we're like the last quarter or last fifth. Not sure that's going to fly. But we'll see. If things don't go well, we can send a refueling mission or something. Of course the mothership has snacks. It's a Kerbal ship. Every Kerbal ship has snacks. Don't you know that Kerbals run on snacks? Their vehicles may run on methalox, but the Kerbals themselves run on snacks. And the developers really want a hard mode with like life support or something. I know that's probably not in the cards. But it would be nice. Alright. Come on, orient yourself correctly, please. Aero brake is for noobs? I don't think so. Aero brake is actually more difficult if you do it for real. In KSP, of course, you can do it again and again and again and again until it works. But if you want to do it for real, then of course it's going to be a lot harder. Hey, we just passed our our dropped diver. Not sure if you saw it on stream, if the bitrate was okay that you could see it, but we flew over the diving bell we left in this car. Okay, what's our... Yes, 0 degrees. That's good. Now we need to find out where and when we want to intercept our little friend. And that's just too much. That's interesting. 1A, 1A, 1B, 1B. Curious. What we can do is increase our periaps a little bit. 25, 3, 27, 2, 1. Okay. Yes, thank you for the science. Okay, what do I want to do now? I want to do a little bit of an orbit adaptation. Not like this, not like this, but here maybe. Thirty is too much. Yes. 3, 2, 1. Oh, this is going to be nice. 800 meters, 750. Can we get even lower? Yeah, this is looking good. So we're going to be real close to our target. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna take that. Alright, after the rendezvous with the lander, we're gonna call it a day, or a night rather. And then we'll plan for Bob and Paul later, of course. Okay, let's It's time for this slow behemoth to get itself oriented again towards the maneuver node indicator. Then we do another orbit almost around Val, and then we hopefully have a good encounter with our lander. Okay. Yeah, it's a good idea. I just read in chat you're talking about planning for missions and Delta V charts, and the Delta V charts are great, but having extra margin in there is always good, because they always display the minimum amount you need, and they always assume like an almost perfect equatorial orbit. So if you have an inclination like I had here, or have still here, things are going to be a bit different, of course. So getting to our maneuver, our plan maneuver, which is why they call it a maneuver plan. Look how empty the cargo bay is now. It was completely full when we arrived at Jool. We had our Tidal with the landing stage in there. We had a Tidal lander with the landing stage in there. We had two dive bells in there. And now there is nothing. Well, of course, we will get our regular lander back. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot emptier when we get back home than what it was when we left. Okay, heading towards the stuff here. Okay, trying to get really close. Five kilometers, 4 kilometers. 3, 2, 1. 800 meters. Stop. Okay, 250. I'm taking 250. I'm fine with 250. And let's just move over there again. Well, whether or not KSP2 is worth the cost, Ellen Webb, that's up to you, to be honest. I mean, I got a lot out of it. I had a lot of fun with it so far. I had a lot of I had a lot of content I was able to produce because of it, because of how it behaved and how things are going with the game. But really, I think only since For Science was it really, I don't know, worth it. It's such a harsh harsh word in this case, because even though the game was really unfinished when they released it as early access, there were still like these glimpses of, okay, how great it could really be. And that's always what I tried to focus on when I thought about, okay, is this game even worth my time? But now with the Force Science update, for me personally, it really is. I have to admit, I haven't touched KSP1 since the Force Science update came out. I was just, when I want to get my Kerbal itch scratched, I only started KSP2 since Force Science. Before that, it was like Sometimes this, sometimes that. But ever since the first science update, it's KSP2 all the way for me. And I really want to see how things play out with it and where it goes from here. So speaking of orbital scanner, where's my orbital scanner? Low orbit Val. Or did we already have that? Val, low orbit, orbital survey. Okay, we already have orbital survey data from the lowlands, so why does it allow me to do that again? I already have that. I don't need to do that again, because it's tedious to wait all those 6 minutes. Okay, 2.6 kilometers until we have our craft next to us. The lander, I mean. Okay, let's move things along a bit. Okay, the close encounter was 250 meters, so let's put the brakes on. Oh, even below 200 meters now, that's nice. Okay, that was really precise. We're now at 0, well now again 0.1 meters per second LTV away from our thing. We haven't set that as a target. Oh no, it is our target. Okay. Sorry, my mistake. We have still a few meters per second of delta V in this tank, so let's get going. No, I don't want that. I want the Clampotron as my target. There we go. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is orient myself on the target marker. I put the retrograde marker directly on top of the target marker. So we should move straight ahead towards it. And I believe the cargo bay is... Yes, we're on the open part of the cargo bay. This is nice. So 3 meters per second. Could go faster, but I really want to conserve my fuel. Don't need the solar panels right now. Okay. Okay, now we got the song and dance with docking, the usual stuff. And once again, we're in the dark. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna shut up for a while because I want to focus on that docking maneuver. I should have integrated some lights on top of the lander or something so I could see what I'm doing when I'm docking at night like this. Go away, parts manager, I don't want you now. I'm basically docking blind. Probably not a good idea in real life. But I think we made a dock. Yes, we did. Docking vessels have merged all research reports. Nice! No! Not nice! Come on! What'd you do that for? And what's this that's flying away? What are you? No vessel control. Yeah, of course I don't have vessel control because the space plane Remember when I said Val and Chadster can now chill inside the crew compartment? Yeah, if I had left them in, they could still maneuver towards it. But I think this is that stupid bug where it's... Oh no, it's undocked. It actually undocked. That's not good. Okay, what was the last quick save? Okay. Guys, I have to be honest with you. I'm dead tired and I really don't want to go through all of that docking maneuver again. I'm gonna do that when I wake up, and then we're gonna continue our journey towards Bob. Fine with you? Thanks to everyone who watched this. We've been at it for a few hours, I think 3 hours or something. So quite a few interesting, exciting things we had in here. We had the return from Laythe. We had the fun with the U-Dunk kit in Val's Scar, and then we almost played like lawn darts with landers. And yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed myself, and I hope you did too. So hope you tune in next time again when we continue our Jool-5 mission. So until then, have a great night, day, evening, whatever. Thanks for watching.